Welcome back to Hardcore Ultimate Iron Man. We are back in Mauritania, in Bergdarat, to continue helping the Myarchy. Veliath, along with Polmafi and Radagan, are down here in the new base. And it is time to help with the next bit of the mission. The new hideout is a massive success, thanks to all our help. And now, we can look into getting in contact with the other bunch of the Myarchy in the Sanguinestri region. We also want to send a diplomatic mission to Mistlin. See if we can get some help in the fight here. So how do we get to the Sanguinestri region? That is where the heaviest blood tithing is. And also the home of the more powerful vampires. Lord Draken included. There should be another group of the Myarchy in there. Assuming they're not all dead. So, can I help with that in some way? We need to scout a route into the region. Start Darkness of Hollowvale. I can do that. We need to get in contact with the other group. And to do that, we need to route the whole area. But getting in is going to be our first hurdle. There is a massive wall around the entire area. So we're going to sail around the wall. Find a boat here in Bergdarat, and then find some citizens inside that can point us in the right direction. Also to worry about the Firewatch. They patrol the whole area, and there's nothing we can do about it. Alright, here we go. First step, we need a boat. And where better to find a boat than along the shore? That's typically where you would find a boat. So we'll head down south. We got just a pier here and an entire boat house here. We've got a boat. It is seriously broken. We can fix it up with all the planks we have. Also, we need to fix the boat chute, or we won't be able to get the boat down there in the first place. So that is fixed. Now, we should be able to just push the boat, and we are good to go. Slides perfectly down. And now, we just row on over. Presumably it's us. There's nobody else on this boat. Also, we don't have any oars, it doesn't look like, so we manage. Here's our first Firewatch. Just flying through the air. Being dangerous. Jump up on here. Get up to here. And we need to get off this wall So we will kick the floorboards in here. Then we can climb down. Jump back over. And now we are in. Making quite the scene there. Apparently trying to not be seen. Somehow it works out for us. So here we are. Talking to the citizens here. They're doing not great. Because of the whole getting their blood tithed deal they got going on here. So we're going to whisper them to ask about the Myarchy. They really can't say. But I really need to know. If you can't talk, do you know someone who could? We get a hint to go talk to Old Man Rao. He lives in the center of Sector 1. And there's Trader Sven here too. We could get some stuff from him. Citizens clothes and Firewatch clothes. Not really too necessary. So instead, we will talk to Old Man Rao, confirming that we are indeed in Sector 1. Do you know anything about the Myarchy? He knows only what he knows. And he's not going to tell us anything. I just need some help. Come on now. He's just an old man. How could he possibly help us? Answering every question with a question, for some reason. I just need help. Can you help me? In any way? Sorry to bother you. We're trying to contact him. He's right here. We need to talk to another citizen first. How about you introduce me? We don't really need to do that, but it sure would help. We're just gonna have to tell him that a friend told us to talk to him. Make him feel important. Alright. And now we should be able to convince him. Someone said you could help. Very specific what you need to say to some people to get help. You're very well informed. They had a nickname for you. It was Old Man Rao, the Sage of Sanguinesti. He likes the ring of that. We're buttering him up a little bit here. That's totally a thing that happens. People are totally saying that. Don't worry about it. They say you can help people to find some hidden people. The Myarchy. It is not an easy route to go get to the Myarchy. We need to follow the symbols. And now, we need to get out of here. He's bored of talking to us. These symbols in question are the sickle symbols. Like we can see here on the wall. Showing me the way? Indeed it is. And so, we start the grand adventure that is getting through Mire Ditch. we look on the wall here, we have the sickles, and we got immediately caught by a Firewatch. They want to drink our blood. We're going to distract them and run right past them, because that's a great plan. The sickle symbol shows the way. So we start in this room right here. And now we can do a whole series of jumping across things, making our way around town. Jump to these floorboards. Jump to these floorboards. Here we see the symbol again. So we need to push down this wall to walk across. We don't lift it back up or anything. We're not going to help that much, apparently. Crawl into here. Push another wall over. Here's some pots, always fun. Down a ladder. Now we're in this room. And this door is locked. So that's why we couldn't have just come here in the first place. We push this table away and find a trap door, which goes into the next building. Because of course it does. Now we're over here. Here we can climb up a shelf. Very, very agile. Because of course we are. We need to crawl under a wall. Jump these floorboards. It's a lot. It really is. Back down another ladder. It's a lot of up and down and all around. Find a key in here, which just opens the door right next to it. And now it's stuck in there, so at least it's permanently unlocked for us. See the symbol here? So we go up this ladder, jump across here, run around, climb some shelves. It really is quite a bit. Go up another ladder. So we're way high up here now. Make a leap across here to get back down to this ladder, to walk across a washing line, which is surprisingly strong enough for us to do that. You would think it would have broken with the state of everything else here. But we've just gotten lucky the entire time. Any of these things break or anything, and this entire path kind of doesn't work anymore. If somebody redecorates their house and wants to move a shelf around, that's it. There's no way to get through the city anymore. A lot of this is only necessary because there's barricades blocking off the different sections. It would be so easy to just walk, but we can't. We could also just break down one of the barricades. I'm sure that'd be fine. In here, we have a broken ladder we need to deal with. So we just have to head upstairs and grab the replacement ladder off the wall. Another bit of this path that makes it seem like it hasn't really been used, but it's being upkeeped good enough, I guess. Place that back there and climb down here. And from here, we are now in a different section of the city, so we can be more free to run around. Here's another sickle logo. So we come in here. And now we're going more through buildings instead of just piles and piles of agility shortcuts. Up here, you can see the symbol continues to show us the way. Down the stairs, through the wall, using a knife to open the latch. Now that is open. We press this decoration here, open the rug, and here we are. They definitely did not make it easy to get in here. But we've made it. And there is one person here, Vertita. You're with the monarchy, aren't you? Once again, people are not excited about us sneaking into their secret bases. I am here to help, though. And we're obviously not going to be trusted immediately. Veliev sent me. We've moved bases from the Hollows to Bergdarat. And he's surprised that Veliev is still alive. Which is nice. They're going to believe me for now, at least. What brings us to this terrible place? My mission to contact you. So I'd say victory. We've done the thing. And now we're going to get a message to bring to Veliev as proof that we've managed. Fantastic. Not much going on here, it doesn't seem. But we've got our new letter here. They exist, but they still need help. Which, really, not too surprising. Now we need to bring this back to Bergdarat. We could go back through the entire path we took to get here. Or we could teleport out and get back a different way. The most straightforward method that we have is going to be right back towards the old base in the Hollows. And just running through here, heading into the swamp, crossing the bridge, taking the boat, then running from Morton back to Bergdarat. But still, a lot faster than messing around in Mire Ditch. Veliev, I'm back. And I have a message for you. Here you go. They are struggling just as much as we are here. But they still exist, so good enough for now. So now we need to think of how we can help. But in the meantime, we need to go talk to Drezel. Something's happening at Paradomus, so we need to go check that out. And then once we're done there, continue to Varrock to talk to King Rold. Explain how much of a mess it is out here, and that we really could use with some troops. Again, instead of walking back there or anything, we're going to make use of fairy rings and other teleports. Go to Canthus. Very close. Also, I don't need any of these planks. Needed 8 nails, not 8 planks. But we had more than we needed instead of less, so it all worked out. We're getting our wolf bone dagger again, because of course we are. And now he can help us, or we can help him even, with whatever he told Veliev about. Mauritania is very strange. So whatever surprise you have for me, it's got a lot to contend with. Also, I'm going to go talk to King Rold. I talk to the king a lot. We have friends in high places. Ivan heard some strange noises out front of the temple. So we should go check out that. Make sure nothing weird's going on. And I can do that. Just head outside the temple. Easily doable. Presumably the temple is still full of Zamorakian monks. But I'm sure it's fine. I'll just pop back out here. Past the guard dog chamber. No guard. Dog. Because we killed that. There's all the monks of Zamorak. Chilling. There's something in the bush here. There's someone lying unconscious in here. And while we were distracted, we attacked from behind. The shadowy figure. We can just about hear over our concussion or whatever we got. But they can't take me. That'd be too suspicious. They've got the tithe in that person they grabbed there. So, that's concerning. Looks to be werewolves. And that's a problem, because they are on the wrong side of the river. They're not supposed to be able to do that. They are supposed to be in Mauritania, not abducting a person and knocking me unconscious over there. So, that's problematic. Let's see what Drezel has to say about this. I found quite a bit nearby. I was attacked, and we didn't see them clearly, but we suspect they're werewolves. Not good. Not good at all. Drezel is going to make some preparations to possibly strengthen the salve or something. We need to bring this information, along with everything else we were doing, to King Rold immediately. We also get some free teleport runes. Very convenient. Already had everything I would have needed to get over here. But I'm not gonna complain about a free law rune and all that. Very nice. Very nice. Right into Varrock Palace. We can talk to the king about Mauritania. Some very important stuff to talk about here. Terrible things are happening, and we could really use some help. Working with the monarchy, fighting against the vampires. He knows of Draken. But what risks really are there? They're farming blood, which isn't great. And we've also just learned that werewolves are kidnapping people from this side of the river. And realistically, that is Mistlin. So we have to do something. Unfortunately, Ionisig is here, trying to cool down our responses. He wants to know if all the people getting their blood sucked out follow Saradomin. Is that really important? And in fact, it is. We don't want to leave Misselin unguarded, just on my whim. But yeah, the werewolves, they're here. And that's a problem. I really think we should do something about this. I didn't kill the werewolves. They knocked me unconscious. But come on. We have to fight back against those vampires. And Roald is ready to get the army together and march on Mauritania. But again, we need to temper our response, because this action of just straight up invading Mauritania would very much upset the balance. Possibly send the world into another god war. And that's not great. And as much as we totally got attacked by werewolves, we don't really have proof. We were unconscious. But we still need to do something. The Gathixian edicts don't let us do much, though. Ended the God Wars. And if we don't abide by them, bad things will happen. Or maybe not. You never know. But still, should probably make sure nothing crazy would happen. In the meantime, we can do something at least. They're just going to start making a motion to look into the matter. And that's really not going to help us. So, all we can do is start a mercenary protocol. Anyone in Misselin that wants to come to our aid, they can do so. So it'll be a bit of a resistance force, and not the full army, while they look into figuring out how to take out Draken for good. And I guess that's gonna be good enough. Not what we had hoped for, of course, but any help we can get, better than nothing. So now that we have our answer, we need to head back to Veliath. Okay, Veliath. We have news. It's not great news. It's also bad news. Werewolves. Yeah. We talked to Roald about all this, and he cannot send an army. Something about Gathixian edicts and all that. Something something in the God Wars, something something. Anyways, he is gonna have some mercenaries show up, hopefully. And that is all he can do. With that poor news, there must be something else that we can do here with just us. First, we need to go and tell the others of what we have accomplished. So we need to head back to the other hideout. This time, we have a slightly different way of getting there. Also, XP lamp. That goes into her boy. Yay. But first we need to get back in the city. So we'll get that far at least. Talking to a Firewatch here, we ask to be sent to the mines. And they agree to that. That puts us over here, where we need to mine up some Dalt rocks, and apparently get 62 mining and 1575 total level in the process. Cool. These don't give a lot of experience, so we were really just that close. Sure. Not gonna complain about that. We need to get 15 ore in order to be let out of the mines here. We got other miners here, mining away. And luckily we can put the ores in here in batches, so we don't need to have 15 inventory spaces open at the same time or anything. Always something to be aware of on Ultimate. Don't want to get yourself into situations where that can happen. And now, since we've filled the cart, we can get out of here. And now, we are way up here in the northern section of Mire Ditch. From here, we can do some simple street running to get back down to where we can get into the hideout. No crazy parkour all over the place, which is nice. Just need to open a few doors here, and then we are back on the path. Up here, jump across, go down. Same thing as before. Push the wall, push the symbol, and open the lumpy rug. Back here again, we can deliver the information to Vertida. We tell him all about our trip, the vampires, the mercenaries, and this is, in fact, a whole disaster. We need to give this information straight to the leader, Saphalon. So, where is he, and what does he look like? He is out sketching a picture of Castle Draken. He's taken the wall route, so we're going to need to catch up with him. There's a barricade in the wall that prevents travel north. We need to search the wall nearby the barricade to release the lock. And Saphalon is a very distinctive person. We will find him once we get to near the castle. Vertida is heading down to the wall right now anyways, so we can tag along to save us the trip back through the agility shortcuts mess. Yes, please. And now, we're back down here. We can just leave this house and get to the wall. We need to start this by being back in the wall. So we jump back over this rubble. And here we go. We can't run north because there's too much shallow water in the way, I guess. So we need to get up on top of the wall, to get back into the wall, to go through a barricade. It's a whole thing out here. Luckily, the more rocky bits of the wall hold up better. So we can actually manage to get at least this far before we need to get to the barricade. Here's the inconspicuous rock here that allows us to open the wall here. And we can continue heading north. Got another ladder. So we're back up top again. We want to avoid attention from the Firewatch, if at all possible. But sometimes there's only so much you can do while sprinting across the barrier between the city and the outside. We try our best, though. So keep on heading north. Keep on going. Till we get to a much fancier wall, which we can climb up. And continue our way towards the castle and Saphalon Hollow. I have a message for you from Vertita. And once again, nobody trusts me, which is the correct response. I'm working with Velioff and Berg de Rot, Marquis Prevail. We've got news. Once again, not great. We got some mercenaries coming in, but we've got vampires getting out, or not vampires, but werewolves getting out. But if vampires could get across too, Draken could start a full onslaught on Misthalin, which isn't too far-fetched with the information we've found so far. He is going to return to base so they can figure out what they're going to do about all this. And we can help by doing the mission he came out here to do. Scouting out the castle, drawing pictures of it. They need a sketch from the north, west, and south sides. He has monitored the patrol patterns, and if we start from the north, we should manage to evade detection. We get some charcoal and papyrus for making the sketches. So here we go. We just need to run all the way around the castle, getting to the marked locations. Very, very big castle here. Quite a bit of running for us. But that's okay. Here is the western location. We got some crazy blood fountains. Various plants all about here. Nothing too much on the north and south sides, really. But any information we can find could be helpful. The northern sketch looks like that. Not a bad job for just a bit of charcoal. Our artistic talents are really coming through here. They also look like they have a magical broom or something. Interesting. But we also catch a little bit more than just a castle. We have Vanstrom here with Lady Venescula talking about the blood tides and how it's all under control. They're going to drink some of the fresh blood. Just having a grand time of it. And Ranus Draken is also here. They are all very, very happy with how things are currently going. We can see their vampire forms here. And they fly away. Dangerous. They're flying kind of straight towards me right now. That's not great. But we've managed our second sketch. We decided to leave out the blood fountains. I guess we decided those just weren't interesting enough. Only so much of a worry we need to worry about here. We can manage with all this, I guess. And lastly, at the third location, we start the sketch, but are interrupted by Vanstrom. Level 169. And we need to prepare to die. He's immune to our attacks. And even if we brought a silver weapon, it would do no good. We're just gonna sit here. Immune to his damage too. So that's at least something. He gives us a nice uppercut. Knocks us out again. We are not doing too great today. And our interruption is interrupted by Sirius Guile informing Vanstrom that Lady Venescula wants us to be questioned before being used as a punching bag. Vanstrom doesn't care too much, but he's going to let us live at least. There's things that we need to know. Venescula has interest in Cephalon for some reason. And we were saved on her behalf. Sirius wants us to deliver a message to Cephalon. And we can find said message behind a tile in a chimney. But first, we need to finish the task that was set for us to do here. Finish up the third sketch. And there we go. Now that we have all of that, we need to head back into the city. At the ladder that we take to get back into the base here, we just need to go next building over. And here is the fireplace. Peel away some loose tiles, and we find a hidden message. All about problems here, which is not a huge surprise. But we get some information about a laboratory to the northeast. and the key hidden nearby. We just look around in this room. We found a large portrait with the picture of a key on it. We just slice that open, and inside is the key itself. Now, we take this new bit of information and all the castle sketches to Cephalon, who has returned to the base. I return. Oh, also I was attacked by Vanstrom. A lot of things go poorly for me today. Couldn't fight back, but we lived. So here we are. Got a message from Vanescula that she wants to get to you. And also we got the message that led us to this bit of information about the laboratory and the key to it. And yeah, the sketches, that's also a thing we did. They're going to study those, see if they can find any weaknesses or what have you. So now, we're going to go investigate this laboratory. See if there's anything useful there. Keeping the message, because it gives the information where it is. So we can head over there. Back along the path between the hideout and the mines, we go down an alley to find a nice tapestry. Destroy. Walk through. And then we have a vampire statue that needs to hold the key. Click. Door unlocked. Down the staircase. And we find a trashed lab. All sorts of interesting bits. And a book perfectly within telegramming reach. Everything else in here is destroyed. So all we have is this incredibly complicated book. Hopefully, Cephalon can get some use out of this. We also have a door down this way, which is looking a bit worse for wear, and it's too damaged for us to open. So this is all of this area we can explore for now. So back upstairs, south just a little bit, and back into the base. For once, everything actually went okay in our journey. We found where we needed to go, and we found this fancy book. It's complicated, even for him, but from what he can figure, this is research notes on vampire weaknesses. Somebody tried to hide it, but we have it now. This could be the key to victory here. We can pull back the darkness of Hallivale. Quest name drop. Always fun. We will do whatever we can to help. And whatever we can to help is one more small task to return to Belioth. Tell him what's happened here, and all that. We have a special ability of getting in and out of the city here. So that makes us the perfect one for the job. He also has some information about some doors that we can now go through, which will allow us to move around more quickly, which is pretty convenient, kinda. We're really just going to teleport again. Even if it is faster, this is just easier. So, back to Bergdarat again. We return to where our quest started. Give Velioff all the news and this message. We have proven ourselves with all the help we've given here. So we get a promotion to the rank of private within the monarchy. I'd say I deserve a higher rank for being the only one that does anything, basically, but I don't worry about that. I've earned a break and a reward. Quest complete. 2 quest points. 7,000 agility experience. 6,000 thieving experience. 2,000 construction experience. A tome of experience. And access to Bergdarat Ramble. Similar to temple trekking here, where we lead citizens from Bergdarat to Paradomus. The mercenary protocol is now in effect from Misselin, so we can bring adventurers from Paradomus to Bergdarat. Really making the whole thing work very smoothly, back and forth, without having to make return trips anywhere, annoyingly. So that is very good. For the experience tome, of course it is all going in Herblore. 2,000 XP, another 2,000 XP, and a third 2,000 XP. For 6,000 in total. And that is level 59. We can clean the snapdragons now. And some other more obscure potions. I'm definitely not going to make any super strength mixes. And I'm definitely not ready for any raids potions either. But another Herblore level is always nice. So now, I'm going to go get prepared to do some temple trekking and Bergdarat Ramble. Here is the bunch of mercenaries that decided to show up. We got a guy in Rune, girl in Mystic, we got Green D'hide, regular Leather, regular Wizard, Mithril. Not the best bunch, let's be honest here. But we can give it a shot. We are not prepared for all possible encounters. We're going to go with the easy route, so we can avoid a lot of things. What we are mostly looking for here is undead Lumberjacks in order to get the Lumberjack set. Instead, we can just walk all the way there without anything happening at all. That's fine. It doesn't matter who we choose, since we're not getting into any fights or anything. We just go for a bit of whatever. Route 1 again. See if we can get actually something here. what we want to see is a broken bridge crossing a river. Here's some ghasts. We'll evade all those enemies. So yeah, any combat encounters we can just completely ignore. Like these snails. Not interested. Ow. We could get a snail. That would help a little bit. And here's some more gas. Sure. Well, I will show the bridge once we find it. We could also probably benefit a bit from getting druid pouches, so all of our food doesn't get rotted. But we're not going to be here for a huge amount of time anyways. As for the rewards we're getting, we can get some pure essence, some bowstrings, silver bars, herbs, coal, iron ore, watermelon seeds, lobsters, XP tomes, or a random reward. I'm going to go with at least a few bowstrings here. Could be useful. Got some pool lands that could use those. Don't know how many of these I really want. Just a few hundred. Might make some other decisions. Fletching is at level 60. We'll see how many reward tokens we even manage to get here. But now I need to find the bridge I'm looking for. And here we are. We've got undead lumberjacks and zombies who we need to kill to get planks to fix the bridge. But also, we get part of the Lumberjack set. Eventually. Don't attack Fiona. Very rude. I'm just sitting here, getting planks from you. Let me just fix the bridge with these planks. And we have an axe. Guess we need to wield the axe if we don't have a hammer. Slightly awkward. I'm just gonna pick up a hammer, make that easier for me. Don't need to wield the hammer, just the axe. Whatever. Take out these lumberjacks here. They only have 10 hit points, so that's not a hard ask. We just continue waiting. More lumberjacks. There we go. The lumberjack top. Unfortunately, you can only get one bit from each of these. So we need to get this same event more. But that is one piece out of the 4. And the second piece, the lumberjack legs. One thing we need to consider here is the fact that we're just taking these off of zombies that have been in a river for who knows how long. So, these are not the most pristine of lumberjack clothes. But don't worry about that. Nobody's going to ask us where we got these, and we're not going to tell them about it. We are a lumberjack, and this is okay. Got the lumberjack hat a bit quicker than the other two. Instead of having to kill all the lumberjacks necessary to fix the bridge and then wait around for a while. Just got that right off the bat. Very nice. Also, I've decided to put more reward tokens into bowstrings for a fletching goal that I have. This will work very nicely. One more piece to go. We didn't even get the kill for the Lumberjack boots. The guy we were escorting through here just did it for us. I was slightly worried that that was not going to count as kill credit for us, but they can help with getting the planks and all that, so I guess that makes sense. With that, that is the full Lumberjack set. We never even got the version of the bridge here, which has trees and doesn't spawn the Lumberjacks, so we didn't even have to worry about not getting a piece. Also, only got the horrible, horrible bog that would take forever to cross, like one time. So, this was very quick, very easy. And we also came out of this with a very nice 1,100 bowstrings. We can use those to make 1,100 bows and then alch them. Make some decent money from that. Mostly for the fletching experience, though. That's nice. There we go. Full Lumberjack. Not that we really need to train any more woodcutting, but since we're going to be doing this whole chopping trees, getting logs, making bows thing, might as well get more experience out of it. So why not? And then there is one small final thing that I want to do. And there is 81 agility. That is the spiked blades jump at the start of the Fremnik Slayer dungeon. Really, really nice shortcut to have. And we were only 3,000 XP away from getting it. So I just came here and did 4 laps. Also, this was an elite task in the Fremnik area. So that's pretty fun. Since I got all these bowstrings, I feel like making use of those. So we'll start with just a whole bunch of woodcutting, fletching, and alching. Next time. Goodbye.